Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Whims of Fate, where we are currently sitting with Sunny as she stares in shock at the bones that surround her and the Barina that has just eaten the baby that she was watching after. I cannot believe this. The last child of Riri, the baby, is gone. In fact, he is so gone that we don't even have him in our family lineage, which I think is just an absolute tragedy. Riri! Riri, are you dead? Riri, where the heck are you? Okay, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, Riri's currently a wanderer, but he's probably about to pass away at any moment. But his final child, Riri, who carried, hopefully, the very special Batwing gene that we were going to try to introduce into our family tree, has vanished into the gaping maw of this Barina. So, if all of you missed out on that, I highly recommend checking out the video description for a link to the playlist, because holy heck, that's a lot to catch up on. It's actually been a few days for me. I was so aghast at the tragedy of losing a little one that I needed some time away from our whims, but they have called me back to their legacy, and we are once again going to place ourselves in the hands of Nicheling gods and the fate that they will roll, mostly through dice and random generators, for our Nichelings. And we're going to carry on where we left off last time, with Riri having been eaten by the Barina, much to the shock of Sunny, who was doing her best to protect him, and with our tribe leader, Mono, with only a few days left to live, but determined to try to have at least a couple more children with Ducky before she happens to pass on, because all of the children that she's had with Ducky have been quite strong, and they've really grown to like one another over the time that they have been together, and she is pretty confident that once her time comes, and she is no longer part of the tribe, she does not have to fear for the future, because there are many strong and bold children of our Whims tribe who will rise up to take her place. It could be Sunny. It could end up even being the sickly daughter Hiana, whose sickliness with her double immunity may not be the end of her life, since there are many healing fruits that we know of upon this island, and the disease seems to eat away very slowly at their lives. Quickly in some regards, like the poor thing only has 50 days remaining, and she's only a teenager, and she'd only have about half that remaining if we don't heal her pretty often. But who knows, she might be the one to take charge and try to lead the family, but most likely it would be one of the other strong members that have been born in the last generation. It might be not Talur. I forgot that he's super old and waiting for his bones to rest with his brother, but it could very well be Fox, who has often been a scout and a scavenging hunter at the edge of our territory, or it might even be Pierre, who has risen quite high in regard since he was born. Not that being a pun, since, you know, he has a wing for one of his arms, which is extremely cool, but also because he put together a plan to be able to defeat even the killer Barina using the toxic fur that he and the other bold fighter among them, Trico, happens to have. Trico was determined to avenge his mother and brother against the killer Barina, and thanks to Pierre's plan that he helped put together, they were able to figure out, let the attacker strike at you, the poison will coat them, and then, even then, the killer Barina will be able to begin to grow sickly and might fall to the toxins, given enough time. So lately we have been allowing our toxic-bodied nichelings, Pierre, but mostly Trico, because he is extremely bold that way, to lead the way and do their best to allow the Barina to attack them, and then to let the poisons eat away at them, since no one in the tribe is yet strong enough to attack the killer Barina. However, we are certainly strong enough to attack these weaker Barina. So let's do this. Yeah, that's right. You're getting out of here, buddy. All right. Did we do any damage? Okay, we did a little bit of damage, and then Pierre is going to back up, because he's going to use caution. I could have sworn there was a tree trunk around here. There it is. He's going to back up cautiously. Fox is going to go ahead and deliver a blow, and then we'll have him step back. We will, of course, get Ivy, who Ivy has recently fallen in love with Trico. Their eyes met over the potato fields that Ivy has been tending back here for quite some time. And have I already? Yeah, and the Nicheling gods have already even rolled the blessings that Ivy has with her possible mutations with gills and white fur, which would be an interesting mix. And then Trico here has red horns and bat wings as his potential offerings to any children. So they actually have recently fallen in love, but with the growling of a Barina right over their shoulder, I feel that Trico is going to jump forward to try to do his best to protect her. We might have him... In fact, she's gonna go ahead, and Ivy, who normally stays hidden, and that seems to be enough to keep her out of the trouble of the Barina, is going to... Oh, she's already pregnant! Yes! She just really didn't look it. No offense, Ivy. No offense. You just really didn't look it. So we're gonna have Trico step forward and attack. And then Ivy has 2 more days left before she is ready to give birth. And many more potatoes that she might be interested in harvesting. The potato field is down here, and it's always full of potatoes. So we're gonna actually have Ivy step over here. Although she normally would spend much of her time trying to search out other food sources, we're gonna have her hide in these shadows down here because she knows that she is carrying a child and will do her best to defend it. All right, but yeah, we're not putting up with these ridiculous Barina. This is too much. In fact, Talur, even though he only has 2 days left, he too is going to fight. He may be an old man. He may have only used those fangs a few times against the Barina, despite wanting to have led many a battle against them. But we're going to go ahead and let him deliver a blow too. They're going to show these Barina what for sure. All right. Meanwhile, we have the little baby eagle hanging out down here and being watched over, and his parents are Almond and Ducky. So Ducky has left many children with us, and Almond is quite happy to watch after her little one. He unfortunately cannot inherit her tree though, so she is a little bit worried about that. I mean, the only thing that Ducky really knows with her whole life has been gathering these nuts, and what will she have to leave her son with? Well, hopefully Emmy might actually have a little bit of that knowledge, because Emmy can actually crack open the termite mounds and she can eat from them. And since this is a safe termite mound, we can go ahead and eat from it, like so. All right, and then what else do we have over here? Of course, this Barina. And shrieking with rage, we will have Sunny attack this Barina, who only has 3 days left to live. And her yells will attract the attention of Rihanna. Who are you? And why? Haril! It's a male with a wing! Okay, alright. That's kind of amazingly apt. Her attention, as Sunny screams in horror and anger, will attract Rihanna's attention. And now we have just found ourselves a naked turkey. Look at him! But Rihanna has found one like herself, another winged nicheling who is not a member of the tribe and just potentially might be her mate. He doesn't have a lot to offer us, but he does have fertility actually and a distasteful appearance, so the Barina aren't going to choose him as first pick for noms. However, I am pretty excited because look at that, a wing! If we can get up into the air and fight off the bluebirds and be able to survey our island even better, we might be able to continue to make this a fantastic base for our Whim challenge, since it is full of so many troubles. But can you imagine? Pierre would just dream of that toxic-bodied birds being able to like fly down from the sky and attack. Oh, he would absolutely adore that. This is very exciting. All right, Sunny, have your revenge. She's just gonna lash out at everything. It is a humble moment indeed. And meanwhile, down here, Mono has a couple days left of her pregnancy. She is a little bit hungry, but there is not much to see around here. Ducky is nearby. I will have Ducky go ahead. Oh, there is no food here. Ducky, you go ahead and kind of survey the area. And I'm gonna actually have Mono with her time left to live, and with a lot going on, I'm going to have her actually return down here to this section and this nest, because I think that would be best for her. All right, so that is everybody. This is very exciting. We need to take out that other Barina, prepare for the birth of Ivy's child and Mono's child, and see if we can grab Haril before he leaves. All right, what do we have here? Oh, the Barina didn't attack anybody. It just kind of ran around all confused. Okay, first things first. Into the tribe you go, Haril. Yes! And we have to be careful because we can only have 14 members in the tribe while we have Mono still alive. So Haril, stick around long enough for us to get your genes, please. But we will go ahead and have Rihanna and Haril hearing the shrieks of anger and now the quiet as she calms down and humbly hangs her head as Sunny realizes that she has lost the little child. Let's see, she can pass on nimble fingers and stripes, but they will be attracted to the sounds of her mourning and will come see what's going on together. There we go. And I wonder, Haril might even, we'll have him come on down. We'll clear away some of the grasses to like note the area that we're in. Let's see. And just kind of like search and see if there's any other danger, since the Barina was an unexpected danger. Also, back off, Bunnel. I'm watching you. There are Bunnels everywhere. Trying to keep up with them is just a lot of heckin' work. My goodness. Alright, but let's come over to the Barina next. I mean, my freaking gosh, little Bunnel. There's literally a Barina right here. Like, you should be a little more concerned, I feel. Alright, and I think that Talur would actually be quite proud if in his final moments he throws himself forward, and he did it. He was able to show all of the young warriors the way it is done in the Whims tribe, and he was able to defeat that Barina. Excellent. We'll have Piers go ahead and praise him, and jump on up to maybe make sure everything's going right. We'll have Fox gather up the food from the edges here. And then we'll go ahead and I think this is close enough to the tribe. Which nest would Ivy want? I think Ivy might want the nest that's a little bit further down here. So we're going to have her, how many days left? Oh, she's ready to give birth. And we need to be careful though, because we can only have one more birth in the tribe before we're maxed. So I'm gonna let Mono give birth because she's already ready to give birth because she's older. And we will let Ivy just go ahead and spend her time trying to get comfortable. And we'll have Trico come over and insist that he makes sure that the area is safe and protected before his newfound love of his life has their first child. Alright, that's going well there. Can I reach any of the Bunnels? Not yet. Come to me, little Bunnels. We'll go ahead and grab that Bunnel. And then we'll have our lovely Mono. I really wish she wasn't quite so old, because I really love Mono, and I will be quite sad to lose her. But we'll have Mono come on over. She's just gonna have to hang out in the nest. There's not much more I can have her do. And she'll try to eat. Oh, she ate the acorn. The acorn was offering her, or almond was offering her. That's very nice. Meanwhile, we can have more insects over here with Emmy. And Ducky can... Oh, Ducky used up all of his moves. So Ducky is not able to hunt that Bunnel. Like, imagine if we could fly! That is Pierre's dream. Being able to fly through the sky and hunt all of these Bunnels. Little Eagle cannot do anything just yet. But alright, friends. It is time for the birth of one of Mono's late-born children. It's a little girl! Oh, curses! It's a sickly little girl named Lathari, which is actually really hilariously cute. A sickly little baby girl who has double digging paw. Unfortunately, not quite the genes that we think the future might be hinged on, but wonderful nonetheless. And we have little Eagle as well. Alright. Oh no! And we have lost him! And the ancient warrior Talur, who outlived his brother, who wandered much of the world with him, has passed on. So, a moment a moment for him indeed. Maybe if we have a little baby boy, I think Trico would want to name him after Talur because he was so impressed by the hunting skills and abilities of the great warrior. Meanwhile, Trico is going to clear away all the grass and make sure that this new nest is safe for his mate. And Emmy, who is also winged, has used up all of the bugs that she had to eat. And speaking of bugs, what to do with little eagle? Gotta think about this. Because I need to have... Well, we have space for one more baby right now, so I don't really need to worry about it. But... Speaking of babies... Sunny, have you ever had any babies of your own? I don't think she has. She's never had any children of her own. She really was going to accept that little baby as one she would raise for the older female as her own. And he was taken from her. Little Riri. And so... In her sorrow, I think we're gonna go ahead and have Haril, who... Wait, you were a member of our family and I forgot about you, Haril! Who has Big Nose and Hammertail as his genes. He was actually a member of our family already! And I 100% forgot about him. He's one of Mono's children. Oh... I totally forgot about you, dude. I'm really sorry about that. Well, he showed up again to like help the family while everyone was screaming in terror. And we're gonna have him comfort Sunny. There we go. Because Sunny deserves to have a child as well. It won't be any like exact moment anytime soon, but she deserves a chance for that as well. And Rihanna, that means that Haril is actually your brother. Haril is your half-brother. So I'm gonna have to think about that because I want those flying babies. So we're gonna have to think about that. But Haril, I'm sorry I completely forgot about you. I wish that when we actually had family that were no longer like members of the tribe but were wanderers, we had like maybe a grayed out icon because that would help me a lot more. Ahem. But we'll have to see. Alright, so we're gonna let Rihanna clear away the grasses. And hopefully Sunny will be able to find a new way forward, thinking about new life that she can help bring in. And everyone just is going to be very reflective for a minute, thinking about what was lost and what might still be found. Alright, meanwhile, let's pop over here. And we're going to go ahead and have Ducky. Let's see, he's very excited about his new baby. We can have at least one more baby. So we're going to have Mono step down to confer with Ducky about the joy of their newest daughter, who has double digging paw but doesn't have much else. And they're just going to confer in the rain. And I think that little eagle here, he might stick around or he might head out. We'll have Almond repair the nest. He might end up... Oh, he helped his mom! Even though he doesn't have nimble... Or he doesn't have the ability to, like, gather up any nuts, he still helped his mom. The little eagle might head out and wander around. We're gonna have to see. Because double digging paw is really the best thing for, like, hitting these potato field places. Which actually we have a lot of. Not so much the insects. It's useful, but not super useful. So we might have eagle wander around and possibly rejoin the tribe like Haril did on occasion. Also, the end of you bundle. Oh wait, that was supposed to be the end of you bundle. All right, Fox, do you want to do a little bit of hunting? All right, Pierre, you're all right. Pierre, you can actually dig things up, so I'm gonna have Pierre come over here. I'm gonna have Fox go ahead and get ready to do some scouting. But I think the final thing we're going to do today, now that we have had a little bit of an interesting day for sure, is go ahead and see what the bold Trico and Ivy's first child will be. Yes! No! Sickly! But Batwing! Oh, and is this... What a beautiful name. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to name her Iris. I'm going to name her Iris. Because I feel like... That's a good name for her. She definitely has toxic body, which is fantastic. I wonder if she has a chance of like any color toxic body, or we just kind of lucked out with her being orange like her parents. So we have toxic body, and we've got a batwing. The only downside is she's sickly, curses, but I'm sure we'll be able to work with that. And it's a potential mate for Pierre, in case he does end up becoming our leader, that has toxic body and isn't related to him. Woo! That's getting really hard to do in this tribe. Woohoo! But alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and leave it here for now. With a couple more pregnant females, we've got a few of the younger ones who might start wandering around. And Rihanna actually ended up growing up too. That's excellent. And we might begin to kind of toy at the edges of what the tribe will look like in the next generation, with Pierre possibly leading the way with his dreams of toxic flying Nichelings, but always running that risk, my friends. With the Whims challenge of every new generation, we have to see how large our tribe size can be, and it might be only 2 members, or it might be as many as 20. So we'll have to see what our flock will be when the time comes. But alright friends, if you could, do please leave a like for Talur, our brave fallen warrior. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.